Hey everyone, I hope this video is very helpful for you because I can't tell you on how many message boards and comments on videos I've seen people everywhere looking for the Wet n Wild Gilded Age palette, which looks like this. And I purposefully did not include this on my July favorites because I felt like it would be teasing you. I was lucky, and I couldn't find it. I was lucky that Lola Marie 7, Jess, sent this to me. She found it, I guess, easily where she lives, but this is really hard to find. And I feel like when I show you stuff from Europe that I get for you people who don't live in Europe, it's almost okay to see it because you know that you can't have it unless you go there or you know somebody. But when you know that it's available somewhere where you live and you just can't get your hands on it, it's incredibly frustrating. So I didn't want to be like, nanny, 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 I love this, haha, you can't have it. So what I've been doing, I've spent the better part of the last few days trying to figure out how to dupe these colors, which is kind of funny that we are trying to dupe a palette that costs $2.99 plus tax, seriously. So I'm going to jump on in and compare it to some other palettes that you are familiar with. And there's going to be some starting and stopping on this because I have to like get makeup remover, wipe it all off, and start over. So let's start with the hardest color to dupe, which was this middle shade. I'm going to swatch it on my finger. These are all really creamy and pigmented. It looks like that on my finger. I'm going to put it in the middle like that. Looks like that on my hand. It's a satin, very high satin, reddish brown. Very warm brown. And I will tell you right now, there is nothing in the Naked palette that comes close. Not one thing. This is a reddish brown, but it's matte. Everything else, Smog is, it's close. I'll show you. But it's much lighter. It's actually closer to another color that we will discuss later. I'm going to just stick it over here just so you get an idea. There's Smog. There's Wet n Wild. I should get my little pad of makeup remover ready to go here. So there's nothing in the Naked palette. There are coppery shades in the Naked palette, but there is nothing quite that particular color. Okay. Then I looked in the, I thought, well, maybe there's one in the Sleek palette, which I know is difficult to get, but if you live in the UK, you can get your hands on this pretty easily. Okay, these are really hard to open. Here we go. Okay, so the closest color I could find, you know what, I'm going to use my flat Q-tip. In the Sleek Storm palette, this reddish brown color here is very close. It's a similar consistency in texture, and there you go, it's almost exact. There's the Storm, and there's Wet n Wild. Very, very close. So that's your best bet in the UK. There are some shades in the Wet n Wild family that are close but no cigar. This brown here is this is from the Vanity palette. This is a reddish brown, but it's not quite dark. Well, it's pretty close actually. Now that I look at it in the light, it's actually very close. That's Vanity. That's Wet n Wild. So you're gonna get that's pretty good actually. That's better than in the lighting in my bathroom. Another really, really close one. Oh, I grabbed the wrong one. Is the e.l.f. palette. This is the Butternut palette. I have two of these. This one I've hit pan on, and it's really kind of hard to get the color out. See, that's a little too brown. That's too dark. But I can't remember if this is a good dupe for it or not. Yep, okay. This one right here, I've tried so many, so they're all starting to run together. This color in the corner that I can't get to because I hit pan on it, I do have a brand new one in my bathroom. That is hang on. That is really close. That is the e.l.f. palette, and that's the Wet n Wild. Very, very, very close. But the best one that I found was, oh wait, there's one more. I'm saving the best for last. in the Coastal Scents 88 Warm palette, which if you like coppery, warm, golden tones anyway, I'd get this before I would get anything else. This color at the bottom, right here, here's the center, and then one over. Looks like that. I'm going to swatch it next to it. It's very similar. The color payoff isn't as good. It's a little chalkier, I have to say, but it's pretty darn close. But the best one that I found is somewhere on the floor. It's the NYX Nude Natural Look Kit. And this color, here's the mirror. So from the bottom, this color in the corner here looks like that. Okay, I re-swatched. I was running out of swatchable space. I think these are very similar, as close as you're gonna get. One's a little more cool tone, but really, the one on top is Wet n Wild, the one on the bottom is from the NYX palette. I think that's as close as you're gonna get. And you'll see why I love this palette even more in a minute. So that's the middle shade. We have established the middle shade is dupeable in a variety of places, and I will list all the palettes below. And I'll say for the dark color, look in these, for the light color, look in this, for the lid color, look here. Okay, so now on to my least favorite color in this palette, but still a gorgeous color, is this pink highlight. So it looks like this. It is not a dupe for Kitten. I have to tell, a lot of people keep asking me. This is a lot more pink. Kitten is really more of a champagne color. I don't even know how well you're going to see that, but there it is. And I'm going to stop with all the other, in the Naked palette, the closest you're going to get is Sin, which is a lot lighter. The color payoff is not nearly as good. There's Sin. There's Wet n Wild. I much prefer the Wet n Wild, actually. But Sin's a better, maybe, highlight color. It's close, but I can do better. Back to the Sleek palette for my UK viewers. This pink color right here. Pretty much the same color. A little pinker, but very, very close. And then, sorry, I'm looking at all my options. They're all over the floor. Back to my NYX Nude Natural Look Kit. Which pink is it? There's two pinks here. No, it's not that one. This one right here, the middle row, this pink, the lighter of the two. Dead on. The Wet n Wild one is a lot more pigmented, I will say, but in a pinch, if you want to recreate the looks from this palette, you can definitely go with that light pink. Now I'm going to wipe all this off and come back with my favorite color in the palette, the copper one. So hang on just a sec. Okay, I love this copper. This is the Wet n Wild copper. This is the crease lid. Sorry, this is the lid color. It's beautiful. I love it. There is one that's not too different in a normal regular collection Wet n Wild palette called I'm Getting Sunburned. I'm having some issues opening. Looks like that. I'll swatch it. It's up there. So that's a lot more, I guess, goldy, coppery. This is more darker, but close. Close, close, close. Strangely enough, one of the closest dupes is in the Naked palette. It's Half Baked. Although I will say these are not nearly as creamy as the Wet n Wild ones. It's not. No, you know what? I lied. It's so much lighter. Maybe it's Smog. I think it's Smog. Yeah. There's Smog, and there's the Wet n Wild in the middle. So very, very close. But again, another great dupe for it. There wasn't one in the Sleek palette. That would have been too good, right? To have all three in the Sleek palette. There isn't one in this. The one palette I found that has the closest to all three making sure I don't have anything on my hand as I scratch my eye, is back to this NYX Nude on Nude Natural palette. It's this middle shade here. Let me find a clean finger. I'm going to swatch it. It's a little wee bit cooler, redder. I'm swatching a few. It's actually, it's right there. I will say that when I did this in my bathroom, they were closer. But that's the NYX palette. That's that. Okay, I kept playing. I turned off the camera and kept playing. The one in the middle, this is the Wet n Wild. And then these are a variety of other shades that, as you can see, many of them are close. Nothing is quite the same. I think, I'm looking in the mirror because I'm getting a better idea of the color in the mirror behind the camera. Probably in person, the one that is closest is going to be the copper from the regular trio, Wet n Wild I'm Getting Sunburned, this copper color. But a very, very close is Smog. I mean, if you look at it, actually, I found a perfect dupe for Smog. This is the I'm Getting Sunburned copper, and this is Smog. I mean, those two are identical. I will say that this is a very unique color. There's a lot of different coppers out there, and I'm sure many of you have access to coppers. I don't have. If you've watched 2 of my videos, you know I have like nothing in the MAC collection. So I have 4 shadows or 5 shadows. I'm sure there's probably a MAC version of this. It's similar in finish almost to Woodwinked. Woodwinked is a lot lighter and more, but this one's tricky. But there are a lot of coppers out there, and I'll list below all the ones that I've attempted to approximate. This e.l.f. one, this one is also very, very similar. It's very close, but I wouldn't go so far as to say identical. Here it is. That's actually, might be the closest. This e.l.f. one, Butternut. Great quad. You should get it for $1. You cannot beat the pigmentation or the colors. For $20, I don't think you could beat this. This is a great quad. So there you have it, my less than helpful attempt to dupe the colors in the Gilded Age. I'll show you this one more time. I tried. I really tried. This pink one is the easiest, I think, to dupe. There's a lot of versions of this out there. But these two are very unique. You can get close. I wouldn't go make yourself crazy trying to find it. There's so many great copper shades out there that you can play with. But if you really want some really great copper shades and warm tone shades, you can't go wrong with this NYX palette. This e.l.f. palette, I think this is $9.99. This is $1. The Sleek palette, which is, I think it's 10 pounds. Or, I would recommend the Coastal Scents 88 Warm palette, which has many coppery shades, some of which even stay in the case. Or, if you want to stay in your Wet n Wild family, you can get close with some shades out of the Vanity palette, or the difficult to open I'm Getting Sunburned palette. So I hope at least that gave you some ideas to try to approximate these shades. I'm sorry you guys can't find them. I wish it was easier. And thanks for sticking with this crazy video, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.